Hey everyone, it's me, Chris from Body Nova Fitness Coaching, and we're here today. We're going to talk about the lying cable upright row. This is a great option for a lot of people because we all have row machines, some type of cable row machines in our gym. Okay, usually um, it's set up in a position to where you can put your feet where you normally put your feet to do a row, and the cable will be in front of you in a good position to where you can perform the upright row. So, with that being said, I just try to get a wider bar if I'm going to use a straight bar, like the lat pull down bar you use for the lat pull down, or I just use the regular handles, and I try to get those handles as far apart as possible. Okay, because when I do upright rows, I usually like to hit my medial delts more and my traps less. So I use wider grips because as I get a wider grip, I'm getting more squeeze here, not quite much squeeze here, because I can't get this up. I can't get them up with wider grip as much as I can when I use a closer grip. Okay, so I'll start with them close. If I use those handles, if I use the movable handles, and I will widen them. I try to pull them as far apart as possible as I get up, or I just start wide with the bar. But anyway, as I'm doing, I'm lying, so I'm not even looking down, and I'm just really just focusing on raising the elbows, not making so much about bending the arms and getting them together. Is raising the elbows. Okay, so as you raise the elbows, everything stays lined up. Now, when you work the shoulders, the thing that you have to understand is whatever's on top is getting the most work. So like as you lean forward, let's say I lean forward and I'm doing something, like trying to do something like this. What is that? Rear delt is up. It's rear delt exercise. Reverse fly, kickback, whatever, right? If I do lateral raise and I turn my thumbs up like this, what's more on top? That front delt gets on top, just like it does when you do a front raise. Okay, so what's working? Front delt, anterior delt. Okay, so as I'm sitting here, I focus on getting the elbows up and not on the hands, because like you can rotate the hands and change what you're working. See how I can rotate the hands, now my middle delt's up, rotate the hands down, medial delt, not so much anterior delt, so I can rotate my hands and mess things up. So if I just try to keep my hands neutral and connect me to the weight, and raise my elbows, then I'm in the right place. Okay, so that's something you want to think about when you're doing any of these lateral raises. And then the second thing is you don't want to have the bar, lateral raise, upright row, when you're doing the upright row. Okay, so secondly, if you have the bar or whatever, you don't want them far from your body. You don't want to be pulling up like this, because as this bar gets further away from your body, okay, you're going to have to work harder to stabilize. Okay, not as hard with this lying down version, but just in general. But if I have them close or to me, okay, I can use that energy to get a better shoulder workout. And it's all about using your energy in the right way for this, and not waste any energy. And because I don't even have to worry about rocking and swaying with this version, this winds up being a great exercise. And then also when I use cables versus using a barbell or a dumbbell, as this weight gets higher and higher, it stays level. Like the amount of force that you produce stays about the same with cables, where it changes with the dumbbell. Okay, so very easy down here with a dumbbell, very hard up here. Okay, if I use the cable, it stays the same or pretty close to the same throughout. Now, where that comes into play is as I get up here, when I use cables, I can actually hold and squeeze it. Where if I'm using the appropriate weight with a barbell or a dumbbell, I'm not going to be able to hold that very long, because I'm in a very disadvantageous position biomechanically, because that weight, as I connect to that weight, is further from my shoulder joint. So that shoulder joint has to work very hard to hold that up, not with cables. Okay, so that's something to think about.